Hey, welcome to Paul's Nexus. Today I'm going to be talking about the Fantastic Four First Steps, the new Marvel film. It came out this weekend here in Ireland. Me and Patrick will probably be doing a discussion on this on Hear Us Out. So link here or here, which goes like I really can't wait to talk to him further on this movie. It's going to be a really interesting conversation. So, which is Fantastic Four First Steps, the Marvel MCU's version of the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four has been played with a lot of difficulties. The first one, was to me a fun one. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed a lot of it. I enjoyed the second one as well. The third one, not so much. But this one, the Marvel Universe one, was great. It was a really fantastic ride, really fantastic, fun kind of storylines and everything. Which gives Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and which gives Ebon Moss-Bachrach, I've got his name terribly, as Ben Grimm. Phenomenal cast. It was just amazing to see them on screen together. They had a really good chemistry. Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby had an incredible chemistry. I know that there's some things in the news. I'm going to ignore those. On screen, they had a fantastic, chemistry, and also Vanessa Kirby and Joseph Quinn had great chemistry as brother and sister. You could really tell there was a good dynamic there, which was fantastic. Um, like Julia Garner as Sarah the Silver Surfer. We did a story on that and Hear Us Out, so link again here just to kind of fill you in there. But Julia Garner as Sarah or the Silver Surfer was phenomenal. There was such gravitas, such great acting chops there for so little lines, which was phenomenal. I really enjoyed that. Her opening speech, the first time we get to see her, she gives an opening speech which is just chilling to the bone and so well done. Which goes, Ralph Ennis as the Galactus' voice, that voice is just phenomenal, kind of thing. But they're the actors. The overall story, the overall plot, was a really nice introduction to their version of Earth. There was a real nice kind of introduction for us into their world, which was very playcast as kind of a mockumentary kind of thing, a documentary in their world, so a mockumentary to us as reality. But yeah, it was a really well put together kind of way of introduction. It was catching us up with the timeline and everything. I will say it was a better introduction to their worlds than the Superman's exposition text, like Star Wars exposition text. It was a very smart way of kind of showing, not telling, which was fantastic. I'm going to say fantastic quite a lot. But yeah, so it was a really good way of putting together the story and catching us up on the current events of the world and the current state of affairs within the Fantastic Four family, which is just great. The overall plot of the story was a very streamlined one. We've seen it before with the second Fantastic Four movie. It's also a very classic Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is seen as being the superheroes that go up against Galactus more frequently within the comic books. So the story was a very streamlined kind of element to it. We knew exactly what was going on. It was that Galactus is coming to Earth. Galactus is going to eat Earth. No spoilers there, kind of thing. The rest of it, the character-driven story that they had was very good. I think there was a lot of detail there. There was a lot of great character detail there, which I really enjoyed. And as I said, the relationships between each of the characters was really well put together. The one thing that I have to say really classically about the character of Reed Richards is the fact is that each of their personalities essentially comes through in their powers. Ben Grimm is the rock of the group. Johnny Storm is obviously the hothead. Sue Storm feels invisible against her more her husband being Reed Richards, and Reed Richards feels stretched and always trying to, like, you know, cover all the bases and everything like that. But I have to say that, like, for Reed Richards, there was a really well put together character there. It really made us feel of a person who thinks of the worst and tries to plan for the best. It was a really nice contrast, not a contrast, but a really nice homage or connection to Iron Man, Tony Stark, Robbie Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, um, wanting to put an armor around the world, protect the worlds and everything, and having, especially in the later movies, having something to protect more and more as his family and everything. I think that these two characters would be, they would have conflicting ideas of how to do things, but I think their overall kind of um goal of protecting the world would be there, which is great. And I think that that's a very good stepping stone for the future. Vanessa Kirby's which was Sue Storm. Um I I have a little problem with the mother thing. I think it can be very lazy in stories. The pregnant woman, like, the mother kind of story and everything. But in this, it was to me anyway, and I know that I'm completely speaking without too much knowledge, with no knowledge of this. But Sue Storm's motherly instincts and protectiveness, and you can really see that she's a leader. Was really, really apparent through this character, which is fantastic. It was really, really nicely put together, really well, kind of thing, and it really made an impact further on. The Human Torch, which goes Johnny Storm. I had some problems. We'll talk about them maybe in the Hero Side thing further. But yeah, they've changed his character a little bit from Womanizer. They do talk about the Womanizer a little bit, but he's a little bit less. It's a little bit less, I guess, like a problem, I would say. But he feels more put to the side of the group. He's more kind of, it's definitely tells you that that character has which good elements to him that may not really gel with the rest of the group because of maturity or other things, and he's pushed to the side a little. And there's great scenes there where they talk about that, or they show that. And I think that his character gets a lot of development. They do tease some things that terrified me as a person who loves Fantastic Four, but it was really well done. Ben Grimm, which was Ebon Moss-Bachrach, once again I'm butchering that name, as Ben Grimm. I think he got less of a story, a character arc kind of thing. I think it showed his personal connection with a certain place and his personal connection with the world, and I think they were developing a lot there, but it didn't land as well as the other characters, which was a problem for me. I do think that he was left out as much. He was more comedic, and he was a feeling of a fixed point kind of thing. He did feel like he was the big shoulders of the family, which was great, but there wasn't too much more there, which was my only concern. The Yeah, Julia Garner, like Silver Surfer, absolutely impactful. Was a fantastic. Was there was a great herald to Galactus, and there was an emotion and empathy there that was really well put together and really played well, kind of thing. So I will say that overall the movie was very enjoyable. It didn't feel like a Marvel film, but I think that was a good thing. I think that it was very much, let's take us away from what we know to something that we don't know, and I think that was great. It was a real way of kind of shifting focus and stuff, and it did feel less Marvel-y, although we were watching a Marvel film, and I really think that benefited the overall story. So yeah, I think there was some plot holes and everything, a little bit more, but I think that overall it was a really, really good film. And I can't wait to talk to Patrick more about it on Heroes Out. So join us on Heroes Out. When we do, I will put a link down here, and as I said, there'll be a link which is in the kind of the do things here. But yeah, overall, I had real fun watching it. Surprise, Paul Walter Hardin as Mole Man. he was great. I really enjoyed him. I really enjoyed that they brought some of the old villains out and stuff, which was great. It really kind of fleshed out the world a lot more. So I really enjoyed that. But yeah, all right. I've put a lot of into this, so I'm going to leave. I can't wait to talk to Patrick more about this. I can't wait to get to see his ideas on it. And yeah, follow, subscribe, comment in what your thoughts are, and yeah. Thanks very much for watching. We'll talk to you later.